All right. Hello, everybody. Now, welcome to a game between Lin versus Moon. This taking place WGL Summer 2020. Just highlighting specific games throughout BattleNet and NetEase, and some games from the WGL. The matchups and the games have been absolutely amazing, and I'm glad that we're still able to talk about WarCraft 3 in this day and age. 18 years later than its original first release. Alright, I wouldn't say it's a timeless classic as of yet, and it is going to be a Night Elf game going up against an Orc. I am expecting an Ancient of War. Are we going to be looking at a Demon Hunter or a Keeper of the Grove? Those are the two heroes that I am expecting. Any other hero would be a little bit surprising, but then again, Moon has surprised me in the past. Warden really not as powerful, and we'll see what exactly, Lin is going to try and do. All right, it is going to be the Keeper of the Grove, and it may end up being mass tier 1 archers really falling into favor as of late, as they're able to just stay alive and do so much damage. Variety never was better now, to be honest. That is true, except for it still feels like, and my human bias here is going to show, it really feels like human has very limited options to deal with a lot of things. Early on during the patch notes, or during this transition to Reforged, there was a lot more, I guess, human strategies available. Riflemen got a lot stronger, and then all of a sudden it just started going the other way. And I'm assuming that, well, the Mountain King's Thunderclap, if it gets nerfed anymore, is not going to be nearly as effective. And now that players are also finding ways to counteract that Thunderclap, minimizing its effectiveness too. Only two matchups in balance: Thund versus Human and Night Elf versus Orc. Oh well, well, yeah, and I think what's strange, what's often overlooked about that is only two matchups being unbalanced in Moon's Ancient of War getting very low on hit points, able to back away in time. Only two matchups being unbalanced. Yeah, and that may be really true. But what ends up happening is that because of the way the matchups are happen in professional play, it ends up being a lot of well, Orc and Human are eliminated much earlier in the earlier rounds and in the group stages. Much faster, just because of how the brackets are often set up. That ends up making the finals, or at least the semifinals, a little bit less interesting until we get into the quarterfinals. I would say the semifinals and finals still end up having some really high level showcase matches here, as the group stage, Lin and Moon currently going at it. Entangle onto the Farseer, Chain Lightning bouncing around, Archer able to stay alive, but Signal trying to Lightning Shield something. Oh, Lightning Shields the Murloc Flesh Eater to finish off that Archer right there. So Lightning Shield already having an effect on this game, as Moon battling up against the Farseer here. All right, Moon now looking to back up a little bit more, as those Spirit Wolves could cause a little bit of problem and a little bit of damage. Farseer does get to level 2. One Ent just going to end up getting taken down here, as the Farseer may want to head back home and, go to that Voodoo Lounge once it is finished being constructed. Mass Headhunters going up against Mass Archers. Interesting. I would not have expected this to be the meta in 2020, as the Headhunters have a very strong upgrade at tier 3, with that Troll Berserker upgrade, or that Berserker upgrade, and the Archers also have a very strong upgrade at tier, at later on, with those improved bows, and also with their increased damage. Maybe that's what Riflemen are missing. Riflemen are missing, some improved damage as well, or increased attack speed, to help them later on. Maybe that's what they really need, since they nerfed the attack speed of the Riflemen. Maybe you can add in another upgrade, similar to how Berserkers and Archers get stronger later in the game as well. Farseer going to go ahead and finish off the Tuskar Trapper. All of those units here. Wand of Wind picked up as the drop, as the Headhunters now heading back. Farseer gonna go ahead, is gonna sell anything, picking up a clarity potion, healing salve, gonna start healing itself already. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove illusion quickly gonna be ignored. Oh, did the illusion remove the healing salve? Oh, that absolutely is nasty. Crota, random question, but what's your thoughts on clarity potion removed from the night elf shop? Well, I'm trying to, like, to remove it, or it should be removed. Like, I guess that's the question, right? You're asking. Anyways, Farseer actually getting healed, getting caught up by that Ancient of War, going to be making its way back down. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and head to the back. It looks like it's going to use a Scroll of Town Portal, being able to finish off one Headhunter. Tauren Chieftain having Endurance Aura as well. All right, meanwhile, back across over here, Farseer still healing up around the map, and the Spirit Wolves are making their way back. We are looking at an expansion attempt here, and there are, well, a number of archers. There's Lightning Shield, and beautifully done by that Spirit Wolf. Farseer, oh, there's a distant detonate, and, well, a beautiful counteract by Lyn, knowing to save that archer by sacrificing a Wisp. Once again, beautifully handled, as the Demon Hunter now going to be backing up the Keeper of the Grove. And I like this play. I like this play using the Demon Hunter as a second hero. His impact is already rather high, and be able to, well, I'm able to make its presence known already, as the Farseer now already out of mana. And even as it gets back up to 50 mana, we'll just get mana burned once more. Beautiful plays coming in from both Lyn and Moon. Lyn with a great play. Lyn with a great play. Moon with a great counterplay. As, oh no, this Demon Hunter could end up having a very bad day indeed. All right, damage adding up really fast right here. Mana burn onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain, however, no Staff of Preservation yet. Nope, no Staff of Preservation yet. So all Moon can really do is make his opponent really pay for all of this potential harassment. All right, Keeper of the Grove is going to go after that Headhunter right there. Hence, oh, breaking free from the surround, using the trees to open up a path for him. We are going to see that archer perhaps get taken down. One more shot. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain now gets up to level 2, as Stomp is now on the table. Some beautiful micro action already coming out in this matchup so far. Demon Hunter now waiting to get resurrected back at home. And this is, well, adding up to an exciting game. All right, all of these small plays are going to end up having higher level heroes, as Tauren Chieftain, once it gets up to level 3, level 2 Stomp will be on the table. Detonation quickly removing some of those Spirit Wolves, as new Spirit Wolf is going to be used to try and get a surround again, and it looks like it is going to be a potential surround once more. Staff of Teleportation, Stomp, wait for the Stomp, wait for the Stomp. No Stomp! Shockwave was the ability coming in from the Tauren Chieftain. No Stomp. So the Shockwave trying to add in some range damage onto those units, as we're going to see a Shockwave rip through those units now. All right, Entangle onto the Headhunter. We did see some Spirit Link, but not going to be enough there. Wand of Mana Stealing was used by someone to get a little bit more mana again, and the Demon Hunter, well, does not have enough for a mana burn as of yet. Slow Poison being used onto that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain trying to go after all those units again, as the Spirit Wolves are trying to dive in a little bit further. Dryad's able to easily finish off some entangled Headhunters, and Moon once again with the advantage right now. He has his expansion up. It is almost fully saturated. We'll be able to get that to full saturation, but Lyn is now at tier 3, which I believe a pocket or tiny Great Hall is in order. Farseer going to head off to this Ogre Magi creep camp. 5-4-2-2 creep camp. Farseer, well, backing away to perhaps give Tauren Chieftain a chance at level 3. Level 3 Tauren Chieftain, level 2 Shockwave, much more mana efficient, but the Demon Hunter may be able to shut down any sort of Tauren Chieftain plays here in a little bit. 52 supply by Moon compared to 34 supply by Lyn, as, well, this well, Tauren Chieftain does get to level 3 pretty much on the dot right there. Do we see a tiny Great Hall? Yes, we do. And we should be looking at some other, well, Watchtower as well. Berserker upgrade now already done as the units are making, well, making a move back down as well. Demon Hunter, Dryads, all coming back across off over here. We're looking at, well, we're looking at a Tree of Life, well, still getting repaired, and so far a slight break in the action. Level 3, going up against against level 4, level 2. Dryad's going to be able to come in from the back and slowly pick off some of these units, similar to what, like this, I would say this, what, Spanish Armada and the British or the Royal Navy being able to catch those units, the faster, weaker units, able to, well, force them through that English Channel, and then, well, just constantly do hit and run tactics are on them there. However, we're going to be seeing an opening here. Watchtower in a bit of a problem. We're going to see a Scroll of Town Portal be used. Peons already transitioning over, getting ready for the repair, and here we go. Dryads are trying to finish it off, and, well, that Watchtower is now fully done. Watchtower, 18 piercing damage per attack, and now with fortified armor, much more difficult to get focused down by those Dryads. Classic comparison, yes it is. I am no history buff. Well, that's what I just imagined right there. A small channel right there, a slower army walking through, and, well, the Dryads getting in some damage, and even the idea of poison slowly damaging the boats as they are, or damaging the units as they are trying to get away. Perfect analogy in that spot. All right. Berserkers getting in some fast or average attack speed right there, 23 to 27 damage without any upgrade. Meanwhile, we're looking at Lyn coming in from the other side here. Keeper of the Grove does have True Shot Aura, massive damage bonus for all of those Dryads as they're now making their way back here. Dryads are essentially sitting with 1-0 upgrades as the Berserkers taking a lot more damage from those attacks as it's trying to back away, as a Tauren is now joining in on the field as well. We are not going to ignore that Night Elf massing yet another unit though. Now it turns into Dryads. Well, mass Dryads have been a common occurrence, but it's rather strange that, well, Moon feels comfortable massing Dryads when his opponent is massing Berserkers. Berserkers have medium armor, so you would think, all right, medium armor versus unarmored, the damage bonus should be more than enough to handle it. But it's the movement speed of the Dryads and that slow poison that makes a difference. A shockwave hitting the Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter, and that is it. We're looking at those Berserkers getting taken down. Also, Tauren not going to be able to do all too much. Chain Lightning, well, Scroll of Healing, I believe, or Potion of Healing right there, as the Keeper of the Grove still leading the charge once more. All right, Dryads heading back the other way. There is more piercing damage going up against Lyn's Berserker as he tries to back up. Mana Burn onto a Spirit Walker in the ethereal form, taking extra damage. And the Demon Hunter here is in a bit of trouble. Down to 14 hit points. Chain Lightning finishing him off. I think he had a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Did not use it, as the Tauren Chieftain now finally decides now is the right time to leave the party. 59 supply compared to 42. However, the Demon Hunter was lost, now getting resurrected, losing a level 2 Demon Hunter as Mountain Giants joining in as well. So Mountain Giants for the front line, Dryads for that back line. A very strong, very nasty 1-2 combination. As well, Lyn is getting up, it has his expansion, but he really hasn't broken into low upkeep as of yet. That will give him an opportunity to perhaps try to bounce back into this game. However, Shockwave is just rather unimpressive in a game where you're in a battle where you're actually able to mass up a unit that is immune to magic. Those Dryads incredibly powerful there, as the unit's now still wandering around. All right, a couple of events going to make their way off to the north, get pelted down by arrows pretty easily. Moon just going in more for the harassment than for anything else. Go to your Shotcast most entertaining replays. Well, you can thank the moderator for choosing my games again. All right, coming back down to the south here, Tauren Chieftain positioning himself in a way to where if the Wisp do try to show up, are we going to see the Shockwave? Oh, nope, trying to bait that, and you can see Lyn is just trying to bait or Moon was trying to bait the shockwave, but they were trying to jump back in and out constantly. A little bit of a head game back and forth as the burrow is, well, under duress. Units trying to back away again. Where are we going to perhaps see all of these peons go? Jump into another burrow is a possibility. And expansion number 1 is down as the Moon's mountain giants picking up some clubs to take down the Great Hall. Meanwhile, back down across over here, are we going to see some dryads be able to prance their way back out? Yes, we are. Couple of moonwells. They are upgraded moonwells. Extra room right there. As we're looking at 63 supply compared to 47, what can really go wrong here as both expansions were lost? Demon Hunter now sitting at level 3. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 5. Tauren Chieftain may get to level 4 here if a couple more key buildings are lost, as we are now looking at a Scroll of Town Portal coming down in. Alright, Scroll of Speed needing to be used. Alright, units all trying to back away. There goes an Entangle. Scroll of Town Portal right there. And what is going to happen? Is that Tauren going to get taken down? No, he will not. Able to stay alive due to his, well, beefy exterior. Expansions lost by both sides mining and sitting on one base. There is still about 5 minutes, 7 minutes of mining left on these main gold mines. Both sides know this. Tauren Chieftain needs to get some additional items, as well as the Farseer does have an Orb of Lightning. Deals 150 bonus damage to summon units. Orb of Lightning, that proccing ability right there. Alright, making its way back down. Spirit Wolves will get lost here. Let's take a look. A low hit point Tauren. Do we have Spirit Walkers in Mastery Training? It almost makes sense to let that Tauren just absolutely die, to just resurrect him. If you just resurrect him, you get a full hit point Tauren. As the Spirit Walker almost gets taken down, it needs to back up down to 31 hit points. Tauren is ready to engage in on that action as we see Brilliance Aura for that Tauren Chieftain. Alright, the Spirit Walker very, very dangerously low on health here. No healing salve for this Spirit Walker. This Spirit Walker represents, well, resurrection ability, incredibly important, as the Ents are now going to join in here. Keeper of the Grove wants to get some extra experience, and he knows he can only do so from fighting his opponent's units. That's what we're looking at now. Low hit point Spirit Walker should be perhaps dancing back to the back here as the Keeper of the Grove gracefully bows out. We're looking at an expansion over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Moon unable to expand massively here on Northern Isle, but still, no surprise that Moon has more expansions here. Alright, do we just take down this Spirit Walker? That's almost the question. Oh, nope, gonna go ahead and use the healing salve. There's 2 other Spirit Walkers that are trying to get some mana as well. Tauren Chieftain doesn't need the Clarity Potion any longer now that it has the Pipe of Insight, and this may actually be the shift that Lin needed. Brilliance Aura on those Spirit Walkers allows him to disenchant Ents and also, Ents and Entangle much more easily, while still having mana for a possible resurrection on an ancestral, the resurrection on that Tauren. I forget the name of the actual ability. I don't think it's Resurrection. Is it Mastery Training? Well, level 2. It doesn't say what spell what spell it actually opens up. I forget what it was. All right, Demon Hunter now heading back off to the north here. Units are going to try and engage. Moon is, well, in a great spot. He's going to have an expansion up here in just a second. Lin, on the other hand, is he going to hold an Ancestral Spirit? That's, yeah, I didn't think it was Ancestral Recall. Thank you, Xander Dord, for the official name. As Lin is mining with a couple of units here. Tauren Chieftain can actually stand by, and you can see those peons just mining slightly faster, working a little bit harder once more. All right, units going to make their way down. Tauren in that front line spot as the Demon Hunter trying to back away. There goes a Shockwave. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and mana burn that Tauren Chieftain as the units are trying to push their way through. Taurens do have Pulverize. That Pulverize damage does add up against those Mountain Giants, and there are no bears that I can see to really rejuvenate those Mountain Giants, meaning that, it is going to end up being a problem on those Moonwells. Tauren to the north here. Demon Hunter using a bit of Potion of Healing. Demon Hunter with Immolation, Ancestral Spirit being cast again on those Tauren. They get knocked down, but they get back up again with really no problem as the Mountain Giants get Staff of Preservation. That Staff of Frustration, well, so big here as we're looking at a couple more Mountain Giants perhaps about to end up falling here. Are we going to see a Chain Lightning? There goes one Mountain Giant. More units trying to make their way back over as we're looking at Ancestral Spirit recalling another, or bringing back another Tauren into the game. All right, this might be what exactly Lin is looking for. 60 supply compared to 58. Both sides are mining away. This gold mine is not yet fully saturated as the Tauren Chieftain is now making its way back down here. This may be exactly what Moon is hoping to do, though, forcing the attack away from the expansion and the most vulnerable portion, as we're seeing Lin sacrificing his own units just to bring them back. All right, there you go. What's the easiest way to heal a Tauren? Kill it, apparently, as Lin now makes its way off to the north. Demon Hunter sitting at level 5. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 5. 2 level 4 heroes for Lin. That is a major problem. The hero advantage could have a very large impact, as that Staff of Preservation will be ready and available once more. It looks like the Moonwells were pretty much used to try and heal back up. You can see they are a little bit dry, only one of them having any substantial amount of mana after it looked like, well, we are, well, filling up those Moonwells again. All right. 65 supply compared to 66. Lin has the larger army. Tauren Chieftain making its way back out, and that Brilliance Aura really a very lucky drop for Lin, allowing all of these ancestral or spirits, the Spirit Walkers, being able to, well, and have a lot more mana. Spirit Link is going to be used here. Dryads will be forced to dispel magic, and that's not a problem once again for Lin, since he does in fact have that Brilliance Aura, something that's not often available to Orc armies. Demon Hunter. Well, if the Keeper of the Grove gets to level 6, though, all bets are off, as the Tauren Chieftain may be forced to, well, get stomped as well. All right, are we going to see damage on that Tree of Life, forced to get taken down? It's Shockwave. Oh, beautiful dodge by Moon, as the units are now making their way back over. All right, Scroll of Town Portal being used in order to, well, teleport away, as the Farseer does, in fact, get up to level 5. All right, level 5 Farseer. It is going to be level 3 Chain Lightning. Not a Scroll of Town Portal to the expansion, that as I would have expected, but this does give an opportunity to use some of those healing salves as well. All right, what is going on? Farseer is going to pick up a Potion of Mana. Yes, Spirit Wolves being resummoned once more, as we are now seeing an engagement over here at the expansion of Lin. Tauren Chieftain gets mana burned. Berserkers are now heading back over. They are attacking units, will deal more damage, but taking more damage as well, as the Berserkers are trying to fight their way through. All right, so far more damage adding in. We are looking at the, well, Demon Hunter joining in on Demon Hunter just completely surrounded, and that's not what you want to really be seeing, as the Spirit Walkers could get resurrected here. There it goes. The Spirit Walkers rejoining in on the fight again, as those Tauren, as they fall, just causing a lot of problems. Are we going to see more pulverized? Yes, we are. This mountain, more taunting, as this Mountain Giant able to head back out. All right, Spirit Walkers taking down one of their own, only to have them brought back up again to deny experience. Demon Hunter sitting at level 5. Keeper of the Grove getting very close to 6, though. That could potentially be a problem, as the Shockwave goes through that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, has to use it now. Purge onto the Mountain Giant, as the Mountain Giant trying to back away again. So far, though, Demon Hunter still going after unit after unit. Spirit Walker trying to head back. Looks like he will be able to head back again, as another Spirit Walker going to get taken down. And is it going to be level 6 on that Keeper of the Grove? No, not quite yet. Unit has yet, as the Demon Hunter now going after that Farseer. Farseer, there's the mana burn again. We could use a Potion of Mana and then trying to use Chain Lightning. Is it going to be used? There's the Chain Lightning, and I believe the Staff of Preservation was used, and the Demon Hunter still falls, though, as that Mountain Giant going to get taken down. Keeper of the Grove gets up to level 6, does have Tranquility now, as the Tauren just do not stay down. The Spirit Walkers having so much mana, that has been the main issue now, as Tranquility being used to keep the Mountain Giants alive. It was a Staff of Preservation and Chain Lightning being used at pretty much the exact same time. The chain lightning hit the demon hunter, and then I don't know if the chain lightning actually bounced around or if the demon hunter stabbed and then was lost. I'd have to study that to see how everything actually unfolded. All right, more resurrection gonna be in play, and I guess it is about time Night Elf players learn what it feels like to see experience just disappear constantly. All three of those Tauren were relatively low on hit points, but then, well, were easily killed and then brought back up to full life. All right, some great games here. Tranquility now back up and ready to go. Farseer has another tiny Great Hall and is going to be able to set up an expansion down here. It is scouted by Moon, though, as these peons, what are they doing? The peons should not be walking all the way back, as the units are now making their way to the bottom right. All right, are we going to see a bit of a fight going on here? Dryads looking to finish off this Great Hall. Great Hall is going to end up being finished, though, as the peons now making their way back down. Farseer trying to shift back over. Where are all of these units going? The main army in position. Is this going to be just a sunk cost and not be able to be saved? Keeper of the Grove making its way over. Peons, are they going to try and repair? They are trying to do exactly that, but having a difficult time getting there as the Dryads are just completely surrounding that location. Tauren Chieftain now leading the charge here. Are we going to perhaps see some shockwaves or anything? No, rechained into Stomp as the Tauren Chieftain, well, did not stomp in time, and, well, the damage was done. All right, Tauren Chieftain, level 3 Endurance Aura. These Taurens are moving extremely quickly, very fast movement speed as the units are all moving around. All right. Very fast movement speed, good attack speed as well. Units, Berserkers, slow attack speed, but they are currently not in that Berserker mode to increase their damage. And damage of chain lightning happens a little bit after the visual effect. Hey, how are you doing? All right, making its way back now. I really think Staff of Preservation needs needs an additional 15 seconds. That's my take on it. Tauren Chieftain now, however, invisible, ready to say boo at a moment's notice. Tree of Eternity has shifted over and has mined a lot of gold out of this gold mine. That's the reason why Moon has been able to stick around these fights and then still do so well. As the Tauren Chieftain shows up in the back, gets in a stomp, and Chain Lightning continuing that damage again. Tauren Chieftain, well, making its way back around. Are we going to see all of these units end up getting taken down here? Demon Hunter could get to level 6 as the Keeper of the Grove is in a little bit of trouble. There is an entangle onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain finally gets his foot down. There's that mana burn as the Tauren Chieftain could be in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to be able to break free? Down to 600 hit points, 500 hit points. He needs to get a little bit more experience to stay alive, to get resurrection, and it may not end up working. Tauren Chieftain down to 200 hit points. Scroll of Town Portal, is it going to work? Demon Hunter falls, level 6 on the Tauren Chieftain, and now the Tauren Chieftain gets killed, but only be brought back up again. All right, this game is definitely for Lin now. Demon Hunter falls at level 5. And those Taurens are just absolutely indestructible. As that, I could not have scripted that any better. That Tauren Chieftain so close to level 6. You saw how close he was. If you just got a little bit of experience, was able to focus down that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter was in the middle of Staff of Teleportation as the Stomp now goes down onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove, is it going to try and use a Scroll of Town Portal to get away? Low hit point Tauren taken out by the Spirit Walkers and saying, you know what, haha, I'm going to deny you too. All right, there's a giant Stomp coming back in. Keeper of the Grove does have a Scroll of Town Portal, and it's still fighting its way through. All right, Mountain Giant's about to get taken down. Yeah, I've been casting for a very long time. Tauren Chieftain, well, Staff of Preservation moving its way back out. Mountain Giants trying to shut this all down. And the problem is that the economic advantage still belongs to Moon as all of those units back away again. 64 supply compared to 68. Army sizes is still about the same. We are looking at Dryads just throwing spears into the back of all of these units. Farseer now finally back over to try and, well, disrupt any of that harassment. Do we see a tiny Great Hall? Yes, we do. Farseer is back down here. There is a watchtower in position. Just place down that tiny or Great Hall and let that work. Meanwhile, back across here, Tauren Chieftain going after all this Tree of Life. This is a little bit of a split attack here. And, well, is the Farseer by itself? Yes, the Farseer is by itself, and this expansion will end up getting taken down. Meanwhile, this gold mine only has about 7 minutes of mining left. This gold mine is pretty much at the same situation as the Tauren, should be making their rounds. 2-2 upgrades for the Night Elf army, so Moon is actually still in a very good spot. As we saw, well, how did that guy die? Don't even see what hit him there. Demon Hunter back out onto the field. Immolation from that Cloak of Flames, able to deal damage over time. And we'll see what is going to end up going on here. Tauren Chieftain trying to get into that frontline spot. Tauren Chieftain, the resurrection ability is not available as of yet. Mana burn onto the Tauren Chieftain as the units now need to back away. And with that, Lyn, it is still not a guaranteed win for Lyn. Demon Hunter, the Chain Lightning not able to find any additional targets, only hitting 2 as the Taurens are constantly getting resurrected. Farseer sitting at level 6. Are we going to see some more Chain Lightning here as one Tauren is going to end up getting taken down? All right, Farseer continuing this battle. There goes a Tauren, could be getting back up again. There goes one Tauren. Chain Lightning. We should see another Tauren right there. Is there enough mana on those spirits? That is the question. And the Spirit Walkers are actually running out of mana. Tauren Chieftain has 20 seconds left and 40 seconds on his reincarnation. Demon Hunter gets up to Metamorphosis, and that may be the game. Metamorphosis on the Demon Hunter, and the resurrections no longer coming in quickly enough. Perhaps Lyn mistimed or miscalculated the resurrection on his Tauren Chieftain, allowing Moon to take that game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.